Okay guys, what I want to go over today is, again, as usual, a tip video here. I want to go over 5 surefire tips that you can implement from today, and I guarantee you over the next 3 to 6 months, if you follow these tips and you are accountable and make sure you implement them, you will see the best gains that you've made. That doesn't matter whether you're trying to lose fat or trying to build muscle. These are like what I would call foundation tips, the basics, which will help you make the best gains. Okay, so neither one of these are important than the other. They're just they're all as important as each other. But let's go through them. So tip one is going to be know what you eat. Okay, this is so important. The amount of times that I've talked to someone, whether they're trying to lose fat or trying to gain muscle, and they've been like, they're trying to gain muscle, they've been like, oh, I eat so much, I can't gain any weight. What do you eat? They don't really know. Same thing about fat loss. I try and lose weight, I'm just helpless. What do you? Oh, I eat salads, I don't eat that much, but what do you actually eat? Guys, it takes about 30 seconds. Get yourself a diary, okay? Something like this, and every single day, be accountable. Take fucking charge, okay? Take charge. If you're really serious about achieving this goal, okay, take charge. Some people might say, oh, that's ridiculous. You know, why, that's being anal, that's being over the top. What really? To spend 1 minute of your time in the 24-hour day, 1 minute to write down what you've eaten during the day. Okay, know exactly what you eat. This is really important data for your body. Okay, you start recording this data, you can start manipulating things. You can start knowing where to add, where to subtract, so you can, get towards your goal. Absolutely, in my opinion, empirical. I've been doing this for years. Write down what you eat. It doesn't take long. It's not being over the top. It really is a small amount of time. You're not going to be sitting there for 45 minutes. Just know what you eat. Then you can look back over the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What did I eat? And right there, you will have a crystal clear picture of where you're falling short in your nutrition. Number 2, track your training sessions. You don't have to be sitting there with a book and a clipboard and writing down what you train, but know your performance in the gym. Think about when you go to the gym, right? Start thinking about it in performance terms. What are you benching? What are you squatting? What are you deadlifting? What are you doing for certain exercises? You can come home, you can write it down. You can do it on your phone. Just have a general idea of exactly, again, data. And look to improve that. Very simple. Let's say right now you're doing 100 kg bench press for 8 reps. Okay? And you don't have to, try and beat that every week, but have it in your mind that you know that 1 month down the line, you want to be doing more reps with that weight, or you want to be doing the same reps with more weight. This gives you a hard, cold reality check. Hard, cold reality check. If you're still benching, squatting, deadlifting, pulling up, dipping, shoulder pressing, barbell curling, tricep press downs, if you're still doing the same weight for the same reps 6 months down the line, how the fuck do you expect for your body to change, really? I'm not saying you have to make drastic gains in strength or adding, reps or whatever, but there has to be some sort of progress, because if there's not, you're absolutely not going to be moving in any sort of goal. This goes whether you're losing fat or building muscle. You're not going to be making progress. That with the diet is raw data. It's data you can take, you can analyze, your own data for the blueprint of your own body. Right there in front of you, you can look on it, you can reflect on it, you can see, okay, where am I going wrong? You can start to pick up trends. Like, let's say you had a really bad week in the gym, you can start to look at your nutrition like, oh wow, that's where I went wrong. Or maybe I need more food, or maybe I need less food. You see what I'm saying? Tip number 3, implement more fiber in your diet. Your digestion is not about what you eat. It's about what you digest. And you need to keep your digestion system on point. You need to look after it. What you absorb, the nutrients you absorb, are going to have a direct correlation onto how you make results, whether it's fat loss, muscle building. It's going to help with everything. A healthy digestion system even will play a massive role on your emotional well-being. Okay, so a lot of people grossly, especially in Western diets, grossly underestimate how much fiber they're getting. You want to be aiming for at least 30 grams a day, at least between 30, I would say between 30 and 60 grams a day of fiber. Add in things like broccoli, add in things like beans, add in things like lentils, a whole array of vegetables, fruits. Okay, get that fiber intake. Now, obviously, you've got to account for the calories. So, if you're on a low calorie diet and you're cutting, things like broccoli are going to be really, really helpful. Okay, it's not the most funnest, but with a few spices and herbs, you can make anything taste palatable. Beans as well, things like black-eyed beans, chickpeas, dense, nutrient, fiber-rich foods. They're going to make a huge difference to your digestion. It's going to keep your stomach flatter. In the beginning, you might blow it out a bit, but in the long term, it'll keep your stomach flatter. You're digesting food better. You're utilizing food better. You see where we're going with that? Tip number 4, implement some sort of cardio. Doesn't matter whether you're bulking, doesn't matter whether you're cutting. Okay? Having cardio in your regime will only benefit you. You're building your muscles. Okay? This new tissue that you're gaining, it needs a strong, healthy heart to, provide, to keep up with that demand. You want to be cardiovascularly fit, so when you are training, you can train at your utmost. Okay, you want to look after it for longevity, so you don't run, so your heart is strong and healthy. I would implement both. Low intensity, so a good walk, and then high intensity, where you're doing intervals. If you're like me and you fucking hate doing cardio, okay, there's nothing worse to me than walking on an inclined treadmill or on a bike. Just get fun with it. Join a club. Join, join a club to it could be doing MMA, you could be doing kickboxing, you could be doing swimming, you could be doing so many different activities. Just get it in. Make it fun for yourself. Learn a new skill, but have some sort of time allotted during the week where you're working your heart and you're focusing on your cardiovascular system. Okay. Number 5, tip number 5, which I think is really important: take pictures. You by all means, right? Take your Instagram filtered pictures, take your Facebook pictures. You're trying to build up likes, or you're trying to get followers. Fine, but for yourself, the raw data you need is pictures that are in a neutral light where you can see the progress you're making. Like I said, with your diet and with your training, when you're logging it, make sure you're taking pictures weekly. It'll give the real feedback of where you need to improve. And if after 5-6 weeks you're seeing no change, then 8-10 weeks you're still seeing no change, something's wrong. Again, then refer to your diet and your training. With the pictures, you have a wealth of information and data there that you can manipulate and utilize to make the best results possible. Without that, you're walking blindly. Just think about it like that. So I hope these tips help. These are 5 quick fire tips. I'll go into each one properly in later videos, especially the digestion and stuff like that. But those are something that if you implement now, honest to God, if you start implementing this now, over the next 6 months, you'll see drastic change in your physique because you're holding yourself accountable. And that's what it's about. Until next time, guys, like, share, and subscribe.